So today suddenly I got a call from one of my longtime friend whom I have not talked with uh, in a recent past. He suddenly called up and was asking for a help of some a minor amount of money. So I just wondered that he was well to do, well settled. Why is asking for such a small amount of money? So I asked him a simple question: don't you have an emergency fund? एंड ही वॉज लाइक कि इमरजेंसी फंड तो है यार, बट म्यूचुअल फंड में, इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड में डाला हुआ था. अभी तुझे पता है मार्केट्स आर सो लो दैट आई एम नॉट एबल टू टेक आउट, एल्स आई हैव टू सेल इट एट अ मच हायर डिस्काउंट. And suddenly an idea struck me that imagine this, that someone who recently lost their job, or their business is not doing very good, or let's say there's an emergency in medical emergency in a family. Anything could be there, right? So what do most people do? So either they swipe their credit card or they take a personal loan, right? Hi, this is Deep Shah, and in today's video we'll talk about the most important part, but the most ignored part of financial planning, that is emergency fund. If you are not aware, please stay tuned to the video till the end, right? So what is an emergency fund? So emergency fund is a pool of money which is kept aside for emergency like job loss, medical emergency, sudden home repair, car breakdown, etc, etc. It is strictly not for vacations or new gadget purchase or for your entertainment purpose, right? So what is the amount that you should kept aside for emergency fund? So simple thumb rule says that there should be 3 to 6 months of emergency fund that you should keep aside. But if you ask me, I would always suggest to keep minimum 10 to 12 months of emergency funds aside, right? Next important question is where to keep it. So of course, the starting point of the discussion of this video where we are coming now. So where should you keep it? So keep these three things in your mind. First, it should be safe. Second, it should be liquid. And third, it should be easily accessible, right? So you can either open a separate savings account for it and keep it there. You can do a fixed deposit. You can invest in liquid mutual funds. You can invest in short-term debt funds, etc. You cannot invest emergency fund into equity. Strictly cannot invest, right? So how to build this emergency fund? So let's say someone will say that यार एक साथ मैं इतना 6 महीना 12 महीने का मेरा घर का खर्चा मैं कहाँ से लूँ? तो इट्स सिंपल. इट इज़ नॉट लाइक दैट कि आपको आज के आज पूरा पैसा जमा करके डाल देना है. You start small. Start a monthly SIP of 5,000, 10,000. In next 10 to 12 months, you will be able to build a very good emergency fund that you can always rely upon in emergencies, right? You can understand. Let us understand this concept with a real life example. Look at COVID situation. What happened during COVID? Right? The people with emergency fund of 6 to 12 months were able to survive those tough times, right? There were no income, business shut down, job losses. But the people who do not have emergency fund were forced to take loans at higher interest rate. They swiped their credit card and they took on the debt. Maybe some people have break down their long-term investments which was meant primarily for children's education, children's marriage, or for their own retirement, right? So guys, the only message was, before investing, before insurance, build your emergency fund, right? Emergency fund is like a peace of mind, right? Insurance is for bigger risk and investment is for wealth creation. So before insurance, before investment, you should have your emergency fund in place, right? Thank you. If you like the video, if you like the content of the video, please like, share and subscribe. You can always DM me with any topic related to financial planning if you want some information on. Thank you so much.